In a crowded town lived a young girl named Sarah. Sarah had one big dream. She wanted to become a pilot. But there was one problem. Everyone around her believed girls from poor families should not dream too big. Her father was a bicycle repairman. Her mother cleaned houses for wealthy families. Every day, Sarah watched airplanes cross the sky above her village. And every single time, she whispered to herself, "One day, I will fly one of them." People laughed at her dream. "Pilots are rich people," they said. "Be realistic." But Sarah never stopped believing. After finishing school, she applied for a pilot training scholarship. She studied day and night. When the results came, she failed. Sarah cried the entire night. But the next morning, she stood up and tried again. Second attempt, failed. Third attempt, failed again. Her relatives began mocking her. "Maybe God is telling you to stop," they said. Years passed. Many of her friends got married and moved on with life. But Sarah continued chasing her dream. During the day, she worked at a small restaurant serving tea. At night, she studied aviation books alone. Sometimes she was so tired that she fell asleep at the table. But every morning she woke up and continued. Then came the 10th failure. Most people would have quit. Sarah almost did too. One rainy evening, she stood outside the airport fence, watching planes take off. Tears rolled down her face. An old airport security guard noticed her. He asked softly, "Why are you crying?" Sarah answered, "Because no matter how hard I try, I keep failing." The old man smiled. Then he pointed toward an airplane climbing through the stormy clouds. And he said, "Do you see that plane? It rises against the wind, not with it." Those words changed her life. From that day onward, Sarah stopped fearing failure. She began treating every failure as training. She improved her weaknesses. She practiced harder. She became stronger mentally. Then came her 17th attempt. Sarah walked into the exam room with calm confidence. Weeks later, an envelope arrived at her tiny home. Her hands trembled as she opened it. She stared silently at the paper. Then suddenly, she screamed with joy. She had passed. Her mother burst into tears. Neighbors rushed outside. The same people who once mocked her now celebrated her success. Years later, Captain Sarah became one of the youngest female pilots in her country. One day, during a flight, a little girl looked at her uniform and asked, "Were you always successful?" Sarah smiled gently, and she answered, "No, I simply refused to stop trying." Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey towards success.